As I sit here, I can't help but to replay the events of the past few weeks in my mind. I've always been a big girl my whole life, but I never imagined it would lead to the kind of excitement and sneakiness that happened. It all started when I moved into my dorm room at the beginning of the semester. I was excited to start this new chapter in my life. I was also optimistic about my roommate. However, that optimism quickly faded as she began to make shady comments about my weight. At first, I tried to brush it off, thinking she was just joking about it in a friendly way, but her comments grew more consistent and hurtful. Whether it was subtle jabs about my food choices or not so subtle remarks about my appearance, I felt like I was under constant scrutiny. The worst part was when her boyfriend came into the picture. He would often visit our dorm, and it became painfully obvious that he was only interested in one thing: my body. He would make inappropriate comments about thick girls in front of me, knowing how uncomfortable it would make me feel. And my roommate would just sit there and laugh. Despite feeling disgusted by his words, a part of me actually liked the attention he was showing me, which is kind of crazy. But in a twisted way, I felt validating to have some type of attention, even though it was for all the wrong reasons. But I knew deep down it was just another form of manipulation and a way for him to exert his power over me. One night, when my roommate was out of town, her boyfriend showed up unannounced, claiming that he needed to get something that he left when he was hanging out with her the last time they hung out or something like that. Silly me, me being dumb, I let him in, hoping he would just keep his distance while looking for whatever he had to look for. But as the night grew on, we basically found ourselves cramped up in that small dorm room. And his intentions became clear. I tried to act gullible to his small actions and comments, but I felt powerless against his persistence. Once again, it was the small comments and rude compliments shared in that moment of weakness. I allowed myself to give in, knowing that it would cause more drama between me and my roommate. But if we're being honest, in that moment, I did not care. I was not thinking about her. I was just so excited to be getting some type of attention, especially the fact that it was coming from my roommate's boyfriend. Knowing that she was making me feel uncomfortable and that he was making me feel uncomfortable too, but he was attractive. So we hooked up, and the next morning rolls around, and I woke up feeling like that girl. I was still shocked about what happened. I couldn't believe it. And as much as I wanted to tell my roommate, I knew it was not my place, and I still have respect, woman to woman, even though she disrespected me, but it's all good. I didn't want to make things worse between us. So I buried the incident, and I basically acted like it never happened. And I actually feel really uncomfortable when I see them together because I did sort of gain feelings towards her boyfriend, and I see him differently. I guess now that I think about it, I didn't really win in this situation because I never got one-on-one time with him again, even though I wanted to see him really bad. And my roommate still continues to joke about my weight. But I hooked up with her boyfriend. As I sit here now, pouring my thoughts and feelings into this story time, I can't reflect on missed hopes and dreams. Maybe one day, if they're single or something. But I feel bad because I don't want to plot. Despite the pain and humiliation I endured from my roommate about my weight and all the comments, I refuse to let it define me. I may be a big girl, but I refuse to be anyone's punchline. I'm worthy of love and respect, and I will not let anyone else's insecurities diminish my worth.